I was scrolling through my camera roll the other day and I was absolutely shocked to find these photos of myself from just a few years ago. It feels like yesterday I was researching how do I get rid of my double chin, trying to figure out what's a scam and what's real. But the proof is in the pudding, ladies. I tested it out for you so you don't have to find out what's fake and waste all your time fucking rubbing your face all day with a gua sha just to realize that doesn't even do shit. We're not gua shaing today, in case you couldn't tell. But what I'm going to show you today is 5 simple steps that you can do every night right before you go to bed. They cost less than $100 and they take literally less than 5 minutes, like 1 minute altogether. Seriously. They're very easy, very cheap, and very effective. If you know me, you know that I do not do anything unless it can be proved by science. That's just how my brain works. Like, I don't want to do any foo-foo shit. So I'm going to share with you really quick a few studies that prove that this is a real thing. The way you sleep affects the way your face looks. The first study I read about is a 2017 Royal Society Open study that found that people judged as sleep deprived were consistently rated as less attractive, less healthy, and less socially desirable based on facial cues. So people who sleep less and have worse sleep quality were rated uglier. Basically, like, this is science, okay? Another one by National Academy of Science in 2015. They did people who read a ebook, like on their laptop or on a Kindle before bed, and people who read a regular book, like a paper book, before bed. That was just the study. Light in the eyes, no light in the eyes. The people who read the ebook took longer to fall asleep. They had reduced evening sleepiness, reduced melatonin secretion, later timing of their circadian clock, and reduced next morning alertness than when reading a printed book. The next one, the most important one, but goes along with what I'm getting into, sleep is important for beauty. Like, that's literally why they call it beauty sleep. Come on. We've been known this, but it's real. Tested by science. The next one's called mouth breathing habit and their effects on dentofacial growth. The study led to the conclusion that all subjects with a history of mouth breathing showed an increase in facial height, gonial angle, and mandibular plane angle, which means your jawline. Like, people who sleep with their mouth open literally have their face becomes more shaped like this. They have an overbite or an underbite, usually an underbite, you know? That's why your chin is like compressed into your neck. That's what was happening to me because I literally was sleeping like this. So the younger you are, the better to start. Like, start today. Don't get any older. But even if you are a fully grown adult like me, it works. It still works. Mouth breathing still has an effect. There is no scientific proof if it's correlated or causated, but I think I am a study of one that proves that this is fucking real, and there are countless other studies you can find. Studies of one that you can find from people on YouTube that show that sleeping with your mouth closed and breathing through your nose changes your facial structure. So the basis of this video is to increase your sleep quality, and in turn that will increase your facial attractiveness. So step 1, we want to start dimming the lights at night. So the second the sun goes down and you go into your house at night, I want you to have as minimal light as possible. So no more big light. That big light on the ceiling that's pushed into your ceiling, you do not want that on after the sun sets. This fucks your circadian rhythms. It makes you take longer to fall asleep and decreases your overall sleep quality. So you want to have as minimal lighting as possible. And if you don't want to light freaking candles all over your house all night, and that seems like a lot, don't worry. Even if you don't do that, just knowing that this is a thing and intentionally trying to reduce it, even just a little reduction will do a lot. So for me, I put lamps all around my house. I have different types of lamps for different activities. My favorite lamp is this one right by my bedside because it is just barely bright enough that I can still do all of my nightly tasks. So I can still brush my teeth and read my book even with this teeny tiny little light on and nothing else. I also put one in my bathroom. This is so clutch. This one is my second favorite lamp. I could not even rate all of my favorite lamps because I love all my lamps so much. They mean so much to me. but this bathroom one is great. You can also put it in the shower because it's waterproof. Now, the way that I have my lamp set up in my room is technically not optimal. If you want to take this a step further, you can do red lights in the lamps. So you can do red light bulbs, or, you know, you can find those ones, the smart ones on Amazon or whatever the fuck. I don't do this. I haven't gotten that extreme with it yet. But what I do have is in my garage, I have a gym. And so I put LED strips in the garage, and I also put LED strips in my living room because that's where I do my stretching, and sometimes I work out a little bit late at night, even though exercise also reduces your sleep before bedtime. But you know, sometimes I work out at like 7 or 8 p.m. and it's already dark then. So when I do that, I turn on the red light, and yes, I know it will feel uncomfortable at first because you're like, what the fuck, I can't see, bitch, what are you talking about? But your eyes adjust. Like, you know that when you turn off the lights, you can't see for a minute or two, but then your eyes adjust and suddenly you have night vision. So just get used to it, okay? So you can just cover your whole house in LEDs, or you can get little lamps like me, or if you want to take it even more extreme, you can put red light bulbs in the lamps, and that would be ideal because blue light is the shit that's wrecking us the most. And that leads me to phone and computer usage after dark as well. So you might be someone who does work late at night like I am. I love to be on my laptop. I like to watch YouTube. I like to go on Instagram and post and do all these things on my phone sometimes after the sun sets, because what the hell else am I supposed to do after the sun sets? I'm not just gonna go to bed. Like, that's not congruent with my life. So when you use your phone and your computer, there is two things that you can do to reduce the light. First one is blue light blocking glasses. These are not as well studied, I'm not gonna lie. The studies prove that the light is bad, yes, but we haven't yet found a super huge cure for this. So the best that we can do is these blue light blocking glasses. You might as well give it a shot. It's been working for me. It's been helping me. I have an Oura ring, so I track my sleep, and I know that this shit is real. Every time I use my laptop late until right up until I go to bed, my sleep is worse. So ideally, just don't use your computer or your phone at all. That's the goal. But if you do need to use your computer or your phone after the sun sets, then you use blue light blocking glasses, or there's also an app that reduces the brightness on your computer, because I don't know about you, but there's like 10 bars total in the dimming, right? And for me, I can go all the way down to the second bar, and then I want it to be even lower, but even lower is black screen, you know what I'm saying? So what I did to combat this is I downloaded an app on my laptop. It's called Quick Shade, and it lets me go in between the second lowest bar and the lowest bar. So I get as low of brightness as possible while still being able to see the screen. On my phone, I don't have this because the newer iOS has that already. Like, you can go as low as you want. So you just swipe down and scroll until you literally can barely see the screen, but just enough that you can do what you need to do. And then on top of that, don't put the phone really close to your eyes. That's all for the lighting section. Next are the gadgets that we're gonna put on our face right before we go to sleep. Yes, we are going to use mouth tape. Now, if you are someone who panics and thinks, oh my God, I'm not gonna tape my mouth shut, that is psychotic, I am literally gonna have a panic attack, I'm not gonna be able to breathe, what are you talking about? Like, we're not gonna tape our mouth shut. Like, that's so dangerous, that's so scary, da, da, da. You're not getting what the mouth tape is doing, or you're getting some extreme version of mouth tape. But what my mouth tape does that I use is it puts just my lips together so that I can't sleep like this. Like, when I don't use this, that's how I sleep. And that's why my teeth are fucked up. I had to get braces. So if you ever had to get braces as a child, you probably also sleep with your mouth open. If you wake up and you find drool on your pillow, or like your mouth's dry or whatever, you sleep with your mouth open. Or just like ask someone you've ever slept next to. You can still breathe. You're not gonna suffocate and die. You're not like It's literally just this. Sometimes at night I literally use this water bottle and I can still drink out of my water bottle with my mouth tape on without it falling off. So that's the first solution to this panic issue you're having. But the second thing is, if you're breathing through your mouth automatically, it's probably because you can't breathe through your nose. Like, duh. If you have to breathe through your mouth, something is blocking your nose. So I have 2 solutions for the nose issue. Actually, 3. The first one is just a nose strip. I used nose strips for like a year. Then I did Accutane. If you don't know what that is, it's a drug that dries the fuck out of your skin to get rid of your acne. And so every single night I had to put on Aquaphor on my face, basically. And because of that, the nose strip wouldn't stick. And if I did stick the nose strip on, it would rip my skin off because my skin was that dry and flaky. So I had to find a way around using a nose strip. Also, the plastic, like throwing away the plastic every day bothers me, which I guess I do the same thing with the mouth tape, but you know, if we can reduce it, might as well. The solution I found is a nasal dilator. So it's the exact same thing as what the nose strip does. It opens up your nostrils, but it does it from the inside, not the outside, which is so logical to me, and I don't know why more people do not use this. And you can reuse it every single day forever, and it's cheap. Like, it would probably be cheaper because you're not repeatedly buying the thing over and over again. So you just shove it up your nose and it's cute and aesthetic. I'm gonna get mine. I like dropped it on the ground and stepped on it, but whatever, it's still functional. So it looks like a little septum piercing. So you can even wear this during the day. So if you go on run, or if you just like really can't breathe, you can wear this during the day because it just looks like a septum piercing. I don't do that because I'm self-conscious about making my nose even bigger than it already is. But every time I show this to somebody, they're like, your nose isn't bigger. So you definitely could wear it during the day. I don't know, does my nose look bigger? Oh my God, I can breathe so much better. The first time I put this on, I was expecting it to just be like night and day. And you can't really tell like instantaneously, but when you go to sleep, you will be able to tell the difference between with or without. I know this because I can't sleep without it anymore. Now, without this, if I forget it or if I lose it or something, I will have a panic like, oh my God, how am I gonna sleep if I can't breathe? I'm fucked. Step 5 is to go to bed and wake up at the exact same time every single night. Most importantly, to go to bed at the same time every night. If your bedtime is fluctuating like 2 hours, that is absolutely destroying your sleep. It is destroying your deep sleep cycles. Your body needs to know when it's going to go to sleep in order to get into a deep sleep. If it's nervous about what's going on in its environment, it's going to sense that there is danger, and then it's going to not put you into deep sleep because you need to be somewhat alert while you're sleeping if there's like something dangerous. Like, think of caveman times. If there was a threat, if you're like running around trying to escape something and then you fall asleep, so you're sleeping at different times every single night because you're like trying to escape something in your reality, then you're not going to sleep as deeply because you want to be alert. Does that make sense? So it's just biology. You need to go to sleep at the same time every night to get the deep sleep, and in the deep sleep, that's when our cells repair. That's when our bones heal and grow and get stronger. You want a strong jawline, so you need to sleep at the same time every night. What also can help the circadian rhythm thing is to get sunlight in your eyes. So if your eyes see that there's sun in the sky, that means it's morning. It signals to your body, morning, we're alert. And then same thing, you watch the sunset, it will signal to your body, oh, the sun's setting, we're going to bed. The last thing is a little bonus. I think this had a lot to do with the puffiness in my face, which is important. That's obviously what made the difference between this and this. So no alcohol and no processed foods. If you live in America, I guarantee you consume processed foods. Unless you've been on this journey with me for a while, you're probably still consuming processed foods. So what you need to do is start reading the ingredients label of every single thing you eat. And if you don't know what it is, do not put it in your body. That will reduce the puffiness in your face. Try this out before you go to bed. Love you guys. Bye.